Welcome here today to Hot Legendary Wheels, and Dad, we are pumped. We are excited to bring them this special show for all of our viewers, for all of our subscribers here today.
That's right.
And Dad, we got a special show. Later on the show, you've got some special cars to show them from M2s, all kinds of cool stuff coming their direction. But first and foremost, Dad, remember the outdoor peg hunt that brother provided from Hot Off the Wheels.
Yeah, if you guys have not seen that particular show and that particular video, you just need to look that thing up. It's the outdoor peg hunt. And I hope you guys will look at that, because then you'll see where these things came from and how much fun we had out there just picking these things off of trees.
It was a lot of fun. We went to our local store out in the woods, 5 acres of property, and we did a little bit of outdoor peg hunt that Hot Off the Wheels provided. He provided the vehicles, he provided the vision for the video, and
he was there with us that day.
He was there with us that day. Shout out to Hot Off the Wheels, to brother. He is my brother. And shout out to him. He has a great channel, awesome channel. I think he's up to 161 subscribers right now. Make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. But we are going to jump into this video. Got a lot of ground to cover here today. Starting off with the outdoor peg hunt Jeep set. Now there are 6 Jeeps, Dad, that are in this set. Starting off with the Matchbox CJ7 4x4.
Okay.
It was produced in 1984 through 2009, but then it came out again in Matchbox in 2013, and as recently came out in this Jeep set in 2019. Dad, we literally have the original.
Yeah, we do.
CJ7 4x4 right here, right now.
I know.
Should we show it to them?
Well,
here's a question. Before we show it to them, what do they need to do?
Well, that would help out if they subscribe.
Subscribe. So if you want to see the CJ7 4x4 original die-cast of Matchbox, we're going to show it in the next video. You need to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell. You don't want to miss out on that.
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
It is going to be legendary. We have the original version of that Jeep. The second one we have, Dad, is guess what? The 93 Jeep Wrangler.
That's right.
Wow. Dad, how awesome is Jeep? The 93 Jeep Wrangler.
The Wrangler's Jeep itself has been one of the most capable all-purpose vehicles off the road, on the road, and has been used by the military, has been used for the civilian use, law enforcement. It is just go anywhere, do just about anything with a Jeep. It is just a fun vehicle.
If you know anything about the Matchbox 93 Jeep Wrangler, it was produced, its debut was in Jurassic World, which is right here. It was produced back in 2018, also in Jurassic World, until present time, which is right now in 2019 in this Jeep set. This is an awesome, incredible die-cast. We're huge fans of Jeeps. And Dad, we have the original.
I know
of that.
Mm-hmm.
They got to subscribe.
We
got all the...
You know, we have Jeep sets previous to this Jeep set too. So... Just think about it.
Just think about it for a little bit.
Jeeps.
If you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you will be notified, because in the next video, can't do it.
Well, you almost did.
Going to show you the original version of the CJ.
That's close, brother.
Or the J7 4x4 from Matchbox. Next one we have, Dad.
Yeah.
This is an incredible die-cast from Matchbox. Who doesn't love going to national parks, having a fun time, and just looking at God's creation and what He created, and just having a good time out in nature? Here it is, the Matchbox Jeep Cherokee, part of this Jeep set of 2019. This was produced in Matchbox in 1986 until present right now in 2019, and the scale is a 158.
Well, it is actually a good thing to go to see a national park in as a Jeep. Because, yeah, you probably got some roads or some back roads or some things like that you can use the Jeep with. And always remember, they always tell you, you just leave it better than when you found it. But, yeah, those things can be taken just about anywhere, and they're just wonderful, wonderful vehicles. And my brother had one of the Wranglers. Well, he had three of the Wranglers. But one of the Wranglers, when he finally sold it, it had around 600,000 miles on it. So, whoa!
I mean, so you're talking 600. How many times would you have to go around the Earth?
There's 25,000 miles around it.
So how many times would you have to go around the Earth with 600,000?
Gee, that'd be 24 times
miles.
That'd be 24 times around.
24 times. So. Your brother literally went in his Jeep 24 times around the Earth.
If I want to do that, I better just get started right now, huh? Because it's going to take me a little while.
How incredible. 600, how much is it?
It was 600,000 miles.
600, okay.
He changed the engine out at 400,000, and then it still had the same transmission and everything in it, even when he sold it.
Wow.
Everything still worked on it.
That is just crazy. 600,000. Okay, I want y'all to leave a comment right here on this show, Hot Legendary Wheels. If you have had a Jeep, okay, if you have driven a Jeep, and let us know how many miles did you have on that Jeep when you got rid of it or when it quit. Let us know. Leave a comment.
Or you may still have it.
Or you may still have it. Leave a comment. We love there's one thing we love on this show, Dad. We love all of our viewers and all of our subscribers commenting to this show. And that's why right now I want to take a moment before we jump into the 05 Jeep Gladiator from Matchbox. Dad, I think we need to take a moment, and we have more new subscribers on this channel, and it is a blessing.
Yes, it is. Every person that subscribes, every person that watches our channel and really allows us to be a part of your day, and thank goodness we have the chance to be a part of yours. But you're truly a blessing. You really do mean a lot to us, and we really do appreciate y'all so much. And
we are literally, and I know I say this in every show we have, but it's the truth. We have an infinity of die-cast coming your direction. We are literally just getting started. Dad, what year did you first start collecting?
Well, I know I had some Matchbox cars even before the Hot Wheels were made, and then when the Hot Wheels came out in 1967, I started collecting them.
It's incredible. And I started collecting in 1980.
Between you and me, after we've all done this for all these years, it's like
30-something years.
You're
longer than me.
Like I say, you tell these people you got to go find something, man. Yeah. You got to have a front end loader to go out there and look for it. Man.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, I went in my room the other day and I looked at all the Hot Wheels on the Matchbox, and I've got to put on the show years, and this is what I'm saying, years to come, and it's mind-boggling to think about all the die-casts we have to show you. And it's not just Matchbox and Hot Wheels. It's Mahistos, it's Johnny Lightnings, it's M2s, it's everything. So we're now going to shift gears back to our set right here. Here is, from Matchbox, part of the Jeep set, the 05 Jeep Gladiator. That I love the Gladiator. I love how they made the Jeep look like a truck.
Yeah.
It's like you can haul something in the back.
Well, they used to have the Jeep truck. Matter of fact, I got to find it. It's one I played with when I was a kid too.
But you do have it.
And I do, and it still has dirt on it.
Okay, I think you told me. I think you told me a while back.
It does.
It literally has dirt from Highland Road.
We used to make roads
when
out
you were a kid.
Yeah, we used to make roads under a big old oak tree out there, and we get out there in the dirt and we play. Even if it was muddy, we'd not even want to say, "Hey, you ain't coming in the house mudded up like that."
You know what's so strange? I have that Jeep. You know, the Army Jeep, the Hot Wheels Army Jeep. It literally has the dirt under it, I think back from the 90s, underneath, caked under the chassis and the and the tires and the rim.
Oh, yeah.
But the original dirt of when I was a kid is still caked up underneath that die cast. So we're going to have to show them these two die casts. You find yours, I'll find mine.
I'll have to go looking, boy.
It's there. This is why people need to subscribe to this channel, because we've got history here that is unlike any other. We have history to show you of our childhoods. Of when Dad was a child, when I was a child, what we played with, you know, what cars were our favorite, to show you on this channel, to show you on the show. But here is the 05 Jeep Gladiator from Matchbox. This, Dad, I want to say this defines road trip.
I tell you what,
it defines road trip.
You can throw a whole bunch of stuff over in the back end of that, man. Put you a tonneau cover or something on that thing,
So here's the strangest thing about this 05 Jeep Wrangler. Yeah. You want to know the strangest thing? The strangest thing is, it was produced in 2017 until present time, which is 2019 right now. But listen to this. This is what's incredible about this. This model of a 2005 Jeep Gladiator concept, now this is a concept, vehicle marketed by Matchbox, is actually a 17.
Yeah.
A 2017 Jeep Gladiator.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
It is. They finally produced it.
They finally produced it.
They did.
So
they've come out with it, and it's. I saw one. We were over here somewhere eating out or something. I was going through the drive-thru or something, but I saw one go through for the very first time, and I looked at it and said, "Ooh, that ain't that bad right there." And I think on these things, the doors and even the roof, there's several things will come off of that vehicle, so you have an open-air vehicle as well.
So if you look at the windows are smoke black. The interior is black. The base color is gray. The tampos are a white with very detailed trim with a little bit of gold trim in there. It says Jeep on the doors right here. Also has a little bit of a rugged mountains on it. It has Matchbox under the rear windows, which is right about here, Matchbox.
Yep.
Very detailed Jeep. Matchbox has done a, should we say, legendary job on their Jeep collection. But now, Dad, we're going to shift gears once again, because this next Jeep is very special.
Okay.
You ready?
I am ready.
Are they ready?
I was born ready.
Hold up. Are they ready? Because
I hope so, because it's coming.
Because we are literally going back in time.
Yes, sir.
To this one. Wow. The 48 Willis Jeepster.
See, the Willis was the original company. That Mr. Willis's company was the first one to build the Jeep.
Yep.
And they were some of the first military vehicles as well. Matter of fact, World War II depended on the Jeep. A lot of them got blown up, but just about every one that got blown up, they had another one sitting in its place almost instantaneously. So, I mean, they just produced a lot of Jeeps that were so dependable and stuff. And I tell you what, it's like I always say, man, Jeeps, it's still going to be the top of the line for me as far as off-road vehicles and stuff.
Do you want to know how many was produced in the world?
How many was
reality, not the diecast, but the real actual vehicle? There was 19,132 produced around the world.
Okay.
19,000 of these.
That's a lot for back then. They produce a lot more these days of vehicles, but back then that's kind of a high number for back then. So
yeah. So 19,132 of the real vehicle of this was produced back in 48.
Sometimes if you ever go to shows, you can find the Willis cars and you can find the Willis Jeeps, but the pickup truck, I had one friend where I used to live, he had a pickup truck, the Willis pickup truck, and they have almost like the car front end, but whenever you're out there at the shows, look these guys up, man. I'm telling you, that's just a great part of history, and there's some really dynamic vehicles from back then.
Now, this is really cool because the debut was this year, 2019, and the Jeep set, also, like I said, produced in 2019. The color is a creamy yellow. The tampos are a detailed trim, and the series is Jeep. The interior is black. Very incredible 48 Jeep Willis, and we're going to jump into right now, shifting gears once again. Shifting the gears.
Yeah, you're going
We're
up or
going
down.
into the last. What did you say?
You going up or down?
Yeah, I guess I'm going up. Because this next one's. I will say this. We're shifting gears upward now.
There you go.
We're shifting gears upward because this next one, you got to climb with, Dad. You got to climb because here is. You ready?
I am ready.
Are they ready? Right here is the Skyjacker. This is the Matchbox 18 Jeep Wrangler JL. This is the Skyjacker. What? How incredible is this? We're shifting gears up, and this debut was in the 1/100 produced in 2019, which is the present time, which is right now. The color on this is black. The tampos are the gold stripe. Also the Skyjacker. There's the Skyjacker name on it right there.
That's a beautiful diecast.
Yes, on the sides. The base color is a dark gray plastic. Interior is a dark gray. Very, very beautiful Jeep right here, Dad.
Yes,
Who
man.
doesn't love the Jeep Wrangler?
Matchbox has done a great job of honoring the Jeep with some real beautiful, just very wonderful diecast here. Done a good job on those.
Very superior
Yeah.
diecast on what
Very
they do. So here is the 6 Jeep set right here. Here's a 6 Jeep set. This is an incredible collection right here. And, I'm holding something in my hand. Like I said, we have the original of the Jeep CJ7 4x4 that will be next week, but you got to subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit the notification bell on that one, Dad. Incredible. Dad, you got some stuff that you need to show us now. I was going to show them the SuperFast. Oh, hold up. I forgot something, Dad.
What'd you forget?
I forgot to show them the suit. You know, when we went on this outdoor peg hunt.
Yeah, we did.
We're like, hey, there's still more to collect. There's still more, cars to get off the vines and the trees in the woods. So, brother provided us the 50th anniversary. Now, we don't have all the cars yet, but we do have the 50th anniversary SuperFast from Matchbox.
You know what? Before long, I'm going to go back out there and see if any more of them things have grown on
They're
them
still
trees.
growing vines. It is hunting season. It is growing season and hunting season.
I got thinking about that, man. There might be some more of them out there.
So we're going to jump into right now, shifting gears once again to the 50th anniversary SuperFast from Matchbox. And first and foremost, Dad, I love this, and you love this, but it's going to have to wait till next week. Because now we are.
Can you believe this guy? Look at what he's doing to us, man. He's killing us, man. Oh, man.
Because now we're shifting gears into what Dad has for us. Like I said, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, because we have the 50th anniversary SuperFast.
These things are coming out in waves, so hopefully we'll be able to find the others as well.
Yes. So I believe we may have some others. I don't know. We have to look through our collection. Dad, I'm going to let you start off with what you have now, which is legendary, which is incredible.
Yes.
And let's start off with this right here.
We've actually got 2 of those. One is over there, and it's a hardtop version, but this is the convertible version of the 300C.
Pan this down just a hair.
Yeah. That's a 1955, by the way.
My light went out right here, but that's okay.
What'd you do that for? Anyway, this is the 1955. Let me see if I can get that one down. There we go. A 1955 300C. Now, if you notice, it has a C, a letter with a car. These are called affectionately by Chrysler the letter cars because they had the C through the L cars.
Okay, so you're talking. Is this the one you're talking about right here?
Yeah, this is the hardtop version of the that's the 300C right there.
Yeah, this is the 1957 300C hardtop, but now this is the convertible.
Yes, these cars, they were very, very popular in the day, but we're going to go by a 10-year span right here to where everybody's starting to all of a sudden realize there's going to be a performance war going on here amongst the automakers. So what happens is Chrysler begins to realize this, and so they begin to actually develop some engines and some transmissions that will really produce the power. There's one problem. When they first produced the 331 cubic inch V8, it had 300 horses, almost enough horses to equal the number of cubic inches. However, they put it over into a Saratoga. Saratoga was a little bit bigger car than this, and they were actually a lot more heavy because they were flat loaded down with all the options. Can you believe back in 1951 they had things like air conditioning, power steering, power brakes, power windows. They had all the things that you would think, gee, they have those on cars today. Well, they did. They had electric clocks, all kind of stuff on. But it slowed the car down. It never could get to the full performance. Now, by the time it got to this 1955 right here, we're talking. We're talking now. We're starting to see some things happen. This car was a little bit smaller, a little lighter. Yeah,
so
it was.
Talking about this convertible, right?
Yeah, that's right. This convertible and this hardtop here they were very light, much lighter than the Saratogas. But they were using engines in there similar to the same horsepower. These might have carried just a little bit more horsepower. But anyway, this is where the engines would start to really be able to show what type of capabilities they had in the way of performance. Now, this thing was a two-door. Most all of them came as a two-door. They didn't have any four doors of these cars. They were two doors. And they were very luxurious, but they were lighter. And yet, they did produce, and they have a lot of performance numbers. They did really well. As a matter of fact, along with being very elegant, they were very fast. And they were very expensive too. But they did have the horsepower, and they were doing quite well. And there were only 3,600 of these things made. These the only one that sold. But the 300 here, the C300, was a very, very powerful car. And by 1959, we're looking here now, these cars are really getting really good because now you're starting to see a 413. This is the first time you're going into the 400s. I mean, you're going 413 with around 425 to maybe 450 horsepower. These things had a very good induction system on them, and they breathed really good. They were very good at breathing, bringing a lot of air in. It's a 6.7 liter.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a nice size engine. But they had 300 horsepower. They had 300 horsepower, 375 horsepower rather, with 495 pound-feet of torque. Now they had the short ram air intake and the long air intake. The long, it had 375. The short, 400 horsepower. And this thing had a wonderful, I guess you would call it a legendary type.
Or let's both say it.
Yeah,
legendary.
Because this was one of the very first cars, and a man named Greg Ziegler, he set a flying mile record in this thing. It's a 300F. There's a 300F over there if you want to pull that one out. There's a 300F, and it's a white car. It set a record at 144.9 miles per hour.
So over here, let me pull these over just a hair right here. All right, so over here we have
It's a white.
Okay, there it is.
Yep.
So
here's the 300F. This car had 375 to 400 horsepower, depending on the type of ram air system it had off it.
What a beautiful white 1960 Chrysler 300F from M2, Dad. What a beautiful die-cast.
These cars were designed beautifully. They were fast. They even said that was the best of the letter cars was the F, because it had the most power. It set the record for speed. People even will say that these cars may have been some of the first muscle cars, but they were a little bit too big to be a muscle car. The muscle car was going to be defined as the way of putting a mid-sized car or an intermediate car and then dropping the biggest and gnarliest V8 you could find into that car and just giving it all the powers that the car could even stand.
I love how M2 put their detail into this 300F. But going back to the Chrysler C300 1955, I love how Chrysler from NewRay put their detail to this red, deep red, and the chrome, just the chrome bumpers and the chrome wheels and the kind of like the gray interior with the red accents. Beautiful, beautiful detail to this Chrysler 300C 1955 and the 1960 Chrysler 300F. But if you jump up here also, the 1957 Chrysler 300C from American Muscle.
Yeah.
They also did an incredible, legendary, detailed job. As you can see, the red color and just the white wall tires and the cream interior. There's a spare tire in the back right there. Very beautiful car, Dad. Very beautiful die.
You notice they dropped the size of the car in 57?
Yes.
It did not sell very well. It went down to the size of the Newport, and they demanded it be back large, so the next year it went back large.
That's amazing.
But Chrysler today, these are just the predecessors of the cars that were to come, because in 1964 you had things like your Plymouth Valiant, your Dodge Darts. Your Valiants would become your Barracudas. Your Dodge Darts would be Dart Swingers. You would have Coronets, and they would become your Dodge Chargers. You would have the Plymouth Satellites would become your Roadrunners. Now you know what I'm talking about. That's how these guys were getting to this point. They were having to learn and figure this thing out, but they did it. And now today you have those cars to look back on, and even today some of the new Chryslers, the Challenger, the Charger.
Oh yeah. That old muscle cars.
And they have the Hellcats and the Demons out, and I'm telling you, those cars are just, for Chrysler, they've done an extremely good job, and they are very serious about their high performance.
But I love, like you said, the detail that they did to these automobiles, to these die casts. That I think this next video, we're going to show them some Auto World.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this has a very legendary name as well. And I miss that name so bad.
But what do they got to do to see this car?
Well, it would help to subscribe, and I don't think he's going. I think that's about as far as that one's going right there, brother.
You need to subscribe to the channel. Also, in this next video, so we have an Auto World, but we also have a special M2 from 1955.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Should I raise it up just a little bit? Oh, a little bit too much. And then this Auto World right here is from 1958. It's a 1958 right here.
It is.
So they're going to have to subscribe.
And I'll tell you, 57 and 58 of those cars, they were almost just alike.
So maybe they can guess what they are.
And think of the name Christine.
And look at this bad boy right here. 1955 right here from M2s. We'll be showing you also this in the next video. So much coming up in this next video, plus our 50th SuperFast collection that we have for y'all. Like I said, we don't have all the cars, but we do have some of them. Dad, I want to just take a moment once again to thank all of our new subscribers, all of our new viewers, everyone who comments every week. Thank you so much for all of your comments.
Guys, it is because of you this channel is possible, and we thank you for the support. We thank you so much. Just keep telling people about us, and we do that when we're places, and we try as much to get the word out. But that would be a great help, and tell people that we really, tell them that. Would you cut that out? Well, anyway, just tell people, man. I tell you, we just.
What color is that, everybody? What color is that? Can you just kind of see what color that is? Can you tell me what color it is?
Yeah, they're gonna tell you something.
The CJ's, the original Jeep, the original Jeep CJ7 4x4. We had the original one right here.
Yeah, you sure did.
What color is that?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Very interesting. Guys, subscribe to the channel.
Hey, we sure appreciate you guys so much. Keep watching. We thank y'all for allowing us to be a part of your day, and thank you so much for being a part of ours.
And to all these other different Johnny Lightnings that we have back here, we will be featuring them in there goes my pen. We will be featuring them in a future video. All the cars you see up here in this, guess what? This car hauler, this Hot Wheels cargo carrier, we will be featuring them in a future video.
That's not the same one we had up there before.
Hold up. What happened?
You tell me.
I thought we had the red one up there.
I did too. Where did that one go?
Where did our red one go?
You tell me. I don't know.
Because we have cars we got to show in there to them also.
I know it. That thing just drove off.
It just drove off. I guarantee you it drove off when we went outdoor peg hunting the other day.
Yeah.
And it said, they're not home. They're gone for 40 minutes, an hour. I'm driving off.
I'm going to have some fun.
I'm going to have some fun and drive these cars around. Oh man, so much to show y'all in this next video. We greatly appreciate y'all tuning into this awesome, legendary show here today. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell. The biggest way that people can grow this channel is to share.
That's right.
Share this channel with everyone around you, and make sure you tell them to subscribe, to hit the notification bell. Until then, until this next video, keep being
legendary.